Alright, this is a 1990 GMC Jimmy S15 that I was telling you about last weekend. She's got a miss, and I'm suspecting head gasket. So I got me a new head gasket set. One of them cheap ones off the internet. You just do not want to come with her, do you? What we got here? Open says me. There we go. Just need a little persuasion. That's for the heater fan. Because the original switch took a dump, crispy crittered. Sorry about that. So we're gonna just set that right there. This is no longer a side post, but the positive is. Anyway, we got that disconnected now. Let me move you. Alrighty. Hopefully my little suction cup tripod there, that definitely needs a new nut. I'm hoping when I get all the heads off and everything, I can find the original. I think it fell back in there somewhere. Okay. Alright. You're still in the way. You just go out there. So much stuff in the way. I have no idea what this little coil is for. Comes off the air conditioning for something. Get out of the way. Okay. Let's see if I can get the spark plug wrench on it. They would happen to have a hose right in the way, wouldn't they? Alright, let's take the extension off. These dang zip ties, they'll slice you open quick. think I'm getting far enough in there. That's a pretty short extension. I got a heater hose in the way. There we go. What do you think of that one? Next one. There we go. Earlier this year, or last year, I got done putting in a new distributor after the cheap Chinese one I bought died on me. And the original one, you couldn't get the engine to spin over fast enough to fire the fuel injectors. So I figured that the electronic control module that's in the distributor costs the same price as the whole distributor. Okay, second spark plug. That looks the same. So far, so good. Now, can I get to the third one? Okay. Oh, neighbors are tossing out a grill. But the reason I suspect it's a head gasket is because I'm also losing coolant and it's not on the ground. So I don't know what's going on there. I think what it's doing is it's blowing it out here while I'm driving down the road. Get in there. No heat shield in the way. My fingers get cut up. And then there we go. I also got this hose over here that runs down for the remote oil filter, which is what I think caused the head gasket to blow to begin with. And I just dropped it. Never find that again. We'll just put it down here. Yeah, it's way under there. Yeah. That one doesn't look much different. I think that's from it fell down. Then when I do find one that ain't right, don't look right, I'm gonna show the endoscope in there and see if we can't see something. They make these dang heat shields right in the way. You can't get a grip on nothing. What do we got? Who even knows? Oh, God, that one don't want to come loose. Alright, I gotta go get something to get it. Got me some needle lows. Hopefully we can get in there. Maybe upside down. Doggone it. Oh, let's put some WD on that one. Been outside for a bit. You're just a freaking electrical boot. Well, there went the wire. The boot's still in there. That does not want to come out. Alright, Now I'm getting mad. I'll be back. Well, I finally got the boot off. But then when I got it out of the vice grips, it went down there somewhere. And it's not on the ground. So I'm thinking in that dust cover, between the dust cover and the crossover remember. No biggie. We'll find it. Or I'll grab another spark plug wire. Now this one, we got power steering lines in the way. And of course I can't get in there. That one don't feel right. Oh, because that other thing's on there. I can't get into the nut yet. Oh, that ain't it. I can't reach it. It's so far in the freaking hole, the heat shield sticks out that far past the freaking exhaust. Are you kidding me? Why? And then you got every freaking line in the world right in the way. Ta-da! Eventually, hopefully, I can still connect that to the original wire and rebuild that son of a gun. Now maybe I can get the wrench on it. What's wrong with you now? Not while the ratchet was on it. Like that vacuum repair, dude? one's just as white. Oh, number 2 came up real easy. I should say number 3. Now the steering column's in the way. Really, engineers, do you have to cram everything so tight that you can't fit nothing in there? That truck right there and that green truck over there, I can crawl in that engine compartment. What the heck happened to you guys? Engineers, you suck. I think it ought to be required. You got to be at least 10 years out in the field before you ever become an engineer. Jesus Christ. That one's really white. And now for number 6. Which evidently, since all those look halfway decent, almost looks like it'd be easier to get to through the fender well. Longer extensions. I don't think I brought them out here with me. There's one. There's one more extension. All I need. Where are they? Why are they not here? Suppose I should go check that out. I'll be back. I found one, I found one. Shout out to Chad. I know you ain't gonna be able to see me for a minute. Hi. Oh, there it is. And that, my friends, is our culprit. Look at that nasty, ugly. We definitely got something going on in there. Alright, let me get the endoscope set up so we can't get you over here where you can see it. Alright, as you can see, it's pretty nasty in there. Wonder if I can. Oh, just fall down there. Told you these suction cups weren't that great. This should be the side camera, and that's threads, so I don't see any scoring on the cylinder wall. Sure, fall down, be that way. Yay. Alright, let me take care of this stupid thing. Alright. Y'all ain't supposed to come with the nut. Come on, guys. That ain't good. Just don't want to cooperate. Ash. Winner. There we go. That nut back on it. Clip that. What size are you? 9/16 or 5/8. 9/16. Here's a 16mm. That looks like it fits perfect. So yeah, 5/8. Oh yeah, this is the one that don't work right. So which way do I need to go? Pretty sure it's this way. Man, damn you. That one ain't gonna work. Alright, I get bigger. Okay. Yep. Much better. Let that hang down there. Feet out of the way. I'm gonna get air conditioning, alternator, all that crap, whatever that is. Some kind of That's a 14mm or 9/16. 9/16 right here. The air conditioning doesn't work. I think it just needs charge. So I don't want to disconnect any of the lines to it. That way there ain't going to be a lot of trash or anything in there. One. Get those lines out of the way. Okay. How in the world are you supposed to get well, I guess we'll just hold the nut and turn the bolt, which is for some reason they got a stupid thing in there so you can't use a freaking wrench. Let me see if you can see this. Just get out of the way. Get all this out of the way. Do you see that tab right there? Why? Why would you do that? Why? You don't want nobody to work on the dang thing. I get it. Okay. Whoa. You got goodies in here. And eventually that will have to come off, but not right at the moment. Top radiator hose. Nothing like using a 6-foot long clamp for 1.25 hose. See there? All right. I need to take a picture of all this. These are black and yellow. That one's blue. That goes to the alternator. That goes to the alternator. And then I got all that mess back there. Yay. All right, it's getting hot out here. I gotta go take a break. All right, so here's the problem I'm having. It's the next day now. That's the socket. I'm hitting this bracket before I even get into the socket. So here's the solution. After about $25 in gas for an 8-minute ride there and an 8-minute ride back, and about 20 bucks, I got me a long, well, 3-inch long extension and a deep well socket. About $9 a piece. So I don't know what happened to my original deep well 15mm. It disappeared somehow. But now I can actually get in here past that. Get my alternator out of the way. And I'll see you in a little bit. The alternator was just covered in oil. Like I said, these hoses go right underneath of it and they're shot. But I do have a new set. And I think my water pump has been squeaking, either that or the belts, probably because of the oil. I'm not sure. I'll have to check out the bearings stuff when I get it off of there. But I got to figure out a way to set up the camera because my tripod broke. So I'll be back. Let's see. For this bracket, I got one bolt there. Go down farther. Yeah, one there and one there. Hopefully you can see them. But then you come to this side over here. How's the guy supposed to get that one? So I have to take the pulley off, unbolt the pump, get the pump out, and then get the last bolt. Engineers, you suck. How about this one? I can't even see any bolts. I'm gonna have to take a look at this video afterwards and see if I can find them. That's water pump. Okay, from here I can't see anything. That's too low. Well, I guess I'll have to take the water pump off to find those. Okay, there's definitely one in here. And now my light's holding up my fan. There's probably one under here. Nope, that one's gone. Trying to feel around down here and see if I can feel any more. Wow, you kidding me? There ain't much holding that one on there. Alright, I gotta find a place to put the camera. Okay, hopefully this will work. Let's see if I can time lapse most of this. Goddamn thing. No, not you. Not you, not you. Ta-da. Yeah, you ain't strong enough to hold itself up. Nice. Now maybe the one below it. Oh, fan ain't ready. Hopefully I'm not washing you guys out. Ooh. power steering pulley is damaged. Big old rip in it. That one's a bolt on the bottom. All right. Let's see. Can you see right there? See if I can get you in closer. See that line right there? Look over here. It's almost like somebody cut the belt and they cut the pulley at the same time. See? Because that's bent out. I can catch my fingernail on it. We're gonna forget we saw that. Okay, that's those two and that one. Is there any in here? Okay. Got one there. Nine. Wasn't very tight. It's not in there. Evidently I didn't get it. The wrong size. Did I not get on it? Yeah, it's the wrong size. Alright. Let's try a 14mm. No. Put you two together and you'll never get them apart. Much better fit. That nut came out with it, but it's stuck in there. Ash! Well, let's see that again. I think I got lucky. Yep. Oh! And a bonus. This one, anything? No. 'Cause it's way back there behind the thing where you can't get a hold of it. I already got them two. Is there any underneath here? No. I tell you what. Engineers. Well, went and found me a pry bar. See if I can twist this on that bolt so I can get to this other water pump. Well, I took a break and here's what I decided. This should be off of this head. This is still connected by the one bolt. So hopefully everything else down there is done. It's got a stud here so I can't spin it. Now I just got to take off all the vacuum lines, get everything off the top, maybe pull the intake off. Where's my 14 at? I just had it. Tight, huh? Ta-da! Timber! Two. Somebody been in there before. Those feel all right. Doesn't look bad in there. All right. Let's go over there. suppose I'll tell them later again. Where'd my rag go? Now I lost my rag too. Seriously. Alright, up in here. Take a good look. There ain't really any sludge buildup. Looks really good. Not sure about that silicone job though. And of course, that's all gonna have to be cleaned up. Typical. Alright. I gotta figure out what to do about that bracket right there. See if I can find either the thing to pull that off with, or wait until tomorrow and go to the parts store and get one. Okay, I did manage to find this. That's what's going to help me take off this pulley. And I dropped my lighter down there somewhere. Now I can't find it. Got these bolts out of the way. Somehow or another there's a wet rag there. Found out there's a bolt behind here. Oh, can you see me? There's a bolt behind the thing for this bracket. So, hold on a minute, I'm trying. Okay. And I almost bet you the nipple off of that water pump is going to be right in the way. Yeah, we'll just put that down there. Right in the face. Sure, just fall down. Where are you here? Where are you at? Let me go underneath and look. Oh, that might be a 15. And the lighter. Okay. Not too much in the way. Need to make it. Okay. There we go. Ta-da. Got my lighter back. All right. That on that side for safekeeping. I don't think I'm going to get the impact in there. So. Hey, things are moving. Ta-da. Okay. Well, isn't that special? Alright, now I gotta get these intake bolts out of my way so they don't fall down and disappear. Same kind of stud here as there is here. No, we don't need that. What I do need is that. And my wrench is way over there. And there should be some screws in here. What holds that together? I feel like the right thread. Okay, that's one side. Which one fits? That one seems pretty loose. That one seems to work. Take this. All right, what size are you? Definitely smaller than that. 3/8. Oh, bigger than that. 7/16 maybe. Yep, 7/16. We will get some persuasion. Alright. We'll film all this after I get that off of there. It's going to take a bit. Well, this is the other transmission I was telling you about, the 4-speed with the transfer case. It goes to that Jimmy. And that in the bag right there is that oil line that goes up to the oil filter. So, if something ever happens, I got me an extra transmission. The front end is right past the wall right there by the garage. The differential. So, anyway, it's 870 billion degrees out there, so I'm going to wait until there's some shade because it's hot.